back to my channel. My name is Angie. I am an empath, also the love of your life. I talk all things life, lessons that I learned from my father. He was in the military intelligence. This is what life looks like after starting over. I was in a DV balanced relationship majority of my life. I went to a domestic violence shelter. I was there 18 months with my son. He's 7, he has autism, and this is my first apartment ever in my life. So, this is what starting over from scratch looks like. I had to leave everything, so everything is new to me. I'm from Chicago, but I moved to a suburb of Illinois. Um, Today, I want to discuss something that I was thinking about. Like I said, I really have a lot of time to think once my J is like going to sleep and I'm sitting next to him. I don't know if he be sending me thoughts or whatever, but a lot of things I think about, it'd be really, really good while he's going to sleep like that. You know how they go lay down and get settled, and I'll be sitting next to him while he goes to sleep. I get a lot of downloads that way. We're gonna drink some tea. I don't know what happened. I think I put too much bleach in those pillows because I woke up this morning and my face, I had a real bad breakout. Like it was really bad. I think I put a tad too much bleach in my pillows when I washed them the other day because my skin was horrid. Like it was like I had it looked like I had like a allergic reaction. So it's just not subsided. What's up, love? What's up, Uptown? So we're gonna do some tea. I'm gonna do some tea right fast because I haven't drank tea in maybe 2 months. I usually drink tea when I don't have coffee, but since I've been having coffee, I haven't drank tea in like 2 months. So we're gonna make some coffee and we're gonna get down to this discussion. Like I said, a lot of these lessons is from things that my father taught me. He was in military intelligence. A lot of stuff my dad talked to me about. My dad died in like I want to say December of 2013 or December of 2014. One of them. I want to say it was 2014 in December. A lot of times my daddy used to do stuff that I didn't explain, but I think the older you get, and the stuff that your parents instilled in you, the morals and the values, or sometimes just the one-on-one talks in itself, it sticks with you for a lifetime. So we're finna get to this tea. Just gonna do triple mint. Triple mint. It's like for digestion and stuff like that. For digestion. I think it used to be. It smells like spearmint, peppermint. It used to be for something else. It's a probiotic, so it's a probiotic. So let me do that. nothing today. It was raining today, but it didn't storm here. It did get dark for a second and it was raining, but I heard in Chicago it was like flooding, it was bad. So it didn't flood here. It rained a little bit, but that's about it. Let me block you. Your kitchen is very nice. Thank you. Mint. Yeah, it's mint tea. It's a probiotic. Yeah. What's going on over there? What's up, Larry? Lost my lost my Air Force dad in 1993. Yeah, it's hard because it be so hard because they so smart and they know about a lot of stuff. Like my dad, you know how to cook, barbecue, fish, he could sew anything. He was like a tailor. He good with electric, fixing stuff, generators, mowing lines. It's nothing my daddy couldn't do. It was nothing he couldn't do. Fix on cars. He was smart, and then he worked for the plastic company, like working with those machines. And you got to be real smart to work with those machines. It's, I'll let that cool off. We're gonna let that cool off. I want to start off by saying, from when I was a little girl, my daddy always used to ask me, okay, let me go through some of these. Your eyes are beautiful, thank you. You pretty, clock that T girl, clock it. You're so pretty, thank you. Hey, hey, hey. Your eyes are so pretty, thank you. What's up, love? I'm down with you. What's up? Um, hey, miss, hey. Make a video on how to what? Make a video on how to do what? Anyway, let me block these people because I don't even want you to make a video on how to what. Okay, when I was a young girl and my daddy, I used to go places and he used to ask like the order of steps. Like when I was like 5, 6, 7 on up, and he always was solely interested on the steps and order how I did things. Thank you for the gift. If I said like, okay, if I said, Dad, I went to the beauty shop or I went to the store, he'll be like, come on, like we'll sit down at the table like this. And he always had a pen and a pad. And then he was like, now tell me what happened. And then I be like, I went to the beauty shop. He like, no, 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 no. Okay, so you in the car, you drove up. He like, did you park on the east or the west side of the street? And then I used to be like on the west, and then he'd be like, why you ain't park on the east? And he used to ask me stuff in like in order like that. I never got what he was like. What was the reasoning? He was always asking me, why did I park on the left side? Why didn't I park right in front of the beauty shop opposed to 3 parks down? When I became like fully grown, I really understand what he was trying to do, what he was trying to get to, what he was trying to say, and how he was training my brain to always be aware. Be aware. And that's what I didn't get up until I got grown. When you are not aware of stuff and you're not paying attention to things, that's when a lot of stuff, casualties could happen. Okay. When from point A to point B, a lot of stuff can happen. He didn't ever explain it that way, or maybe he did, and I just probably it wasn't clicking. Like it's not clicking, Steven, but now it's clicking. I want to say like a lot of people frontal brain, like your frontal cortex is not developed yet. You haven't developed a consciousness. You're not awake yet. You don't be aware of stuff that's happening around you because you be like moving so fast, moving so swift, not paying attention in la la land. Get your head down in the phone. You're distracted. Listen to me what I'm saying. This what he was trying to get me to do for maybe my life in entirety, and I never even got the gist of while he was asking me these questions. People do stuff and they're not conscious, they're not woke, they're not paying attention. They don't have their eyes up, they not having their head on swivel, they not having their head on the 360. You're not aware, you're not paying attention. You need to wake the fuck up, people, because what I learned is it's a lot of weird people in this world. This universe is getting weirder and weirder and weirder. And you remember when I asked you to be a mod since that I have been modded up for 10 other places? Yeah, I like that. What city are you in? I'm from Chicago, for real. He was planting a seed that you would grow forever in your mind. Exactly. Exactly. You're exactly right. And that he did because everything I do, even, okay, he taught me to always plan stuff out. How I'm gonna do it. Even the simplest things is if I say I'm going downstairs to get my mail, I'm going downstairs to get my package. You actually sit down and you plan out how you finna go down that. This is what he taught me. It may sound weird, it may sound crazy, but to each his own. A lot of people do shit and they're not conscious. You go down, you forget something in your car, you in a rush, you're not paying attention, and you fuck around and lock your keys in your car. Or stuff like that because you haven't thought about it in your mind. It hasn't played out in your mind. If I leave out in the hallway and there's two elevators, I already got it planned that when I said I'm going down to get my mail, I'm gonna press the elevator that's on the side of my door opposed to the other one. If I see anybody in the hallway, I know I'm gonna see them. This is how I'm gonna act. This is how I'm gonna react. Don't get distracted. Stay on your mission. Hit the lock button before you get to your car. That way you can go in your car and get stuff and close the door. You can plan shit out. You can actually see stuff and accomplish it instead of just being spontaneous all the time. That's when a lot of mistakes happen when you're not conscious. That means you go down there, anybody could walk up to you and start talking to you because they know that they can get you. They know that you're not conscious, you're not aware, you're not paying attention, you're in a hurry, you're gonna drop some money, you're gonna drop some keys. They already know it's people out here that's just looking for a come up. They looking for a lollipop in the land of suckers. Like I'm so for real. And you got to be one of them people that when they see you or glance at you, you got to be one of them people like, no, we can't get her. No, we can't get her. No, we can't get him. She conscious. She awake. She hip to the game. You know, she see it. She ready for it. Then they already know just to move on to somebody else. She ain't gonna fall for that sob story. We can't try her. It ain't gonna work on him. You got to be one of them where they just like they looking at you looking at them like I knew I was gonna see you. I smelt your ass. I was prepared for it. Just like you looking at me, I'm looking at you. Like, no, your games don't work on here. And that's what he was really teaching me. A lot of stuff, your desires, your creativity, it come from your frontal lobe being developed. You can actually create them. You can see them. A lot of stuff you can just plan out. You can plan it by starting it in your mind. Just like somebody is sit in their house and let their house get hella dirty, hella junky, clothes will start piling up, and then they start feeling anxious because it just become so overwhelming for them because they didn't know how to attack it. They don't know from what angle, what room, where to start. But if they sit there and plan it and say, you know what, I'm gonna get up today, I'm gonna just start picking up all the trash. I'm gonna give me some garbage bags and start picking up all the trash. Then I'm gonna tackle the clothes. Then I'm gonna tackle the dirt. Then I'm gonna mop. Then I'm gonna sweep. But them just steady looking at the mess. They like, I don't know how to deal with. I can't begin to process the mess. You have to begin to process it. You have to. A lot of times when we was in school, and this is another thing my father taught me, this was why I was so smart in school. He said, and I did this in school, and I aced everything I ever did. I went on to get 2 degrees because I was still following his rules. He said, "Baby girl, when you take those tests in school, they always have a paragraph, and then after you waste all the time reading the paragraph, you move on to the questions and you fucking forgot what you read." He said, "Baby girl, you always read the questions first. Read the questions first. Because when you read the paragraph, you don't know what the fuck you looking for. Because you reading the question first. You not just reading it and scared that you gonna miss something and then keep reading and then keep reading and then time's a ticking. Then you move on to the questions. You forgot what you read. He told me to always read the questions first. That's what I always did. Read the questions. And then when I went back to read the story, the paragraph, or whatever, I knew what I was looking for. So I knew I could answer the questions. He used to tell me stuff like that that got me through life and still get me through life. Chicago is a tough city. It is, and I heard it flooded today. I'm not in Chicago. I moved to the suburbs. I haven't been in Chicago in a year and a half almost. Right. Only when you don't mind your business. Only when you don't mind your business. What? It's not about minding your business. Sometimes it be the innocent people that get hurt. Sometimes it be you at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes you be lingering around, and a lot of times it do be because you not minding your business. Somebody hit a car accident, you trying to ride past and videotape it. You all people is all about clout and televising the world. You're right. A lot of times it is from people not minding their business, uh, having disrespect, for people, and it's all about views, and it's about clout. It's all about getting a moment and getting some attention on your page. It is because people can't mind their business. Let some action happen. They gonna start pulling out their phones instead of them doing a moral thing and just either stay out of it or sticking up for somebody or helping somebody. You pulling out your phones. A lot of people can't do that. They see a car accident, they got to ride past and be nosy. They got to ride past and videotape it. They see an argument. First thing they do is pull out their phones. Somebody get pew pew. Uh, they'll put the body on them. No respect for other people's privacy. No respect for other people's feelings of their family members. You're right. People do not know how to mind their business. They don't. Not at all. They don't. Because once you put it on the internet, it becomes everybody's business. Once you show it on the internet, you talk about it, it's everybody's business. That's why some people feel like if they tell one little thing, they need to tell it all so somebody else won't bring it up in their face. Like in Houston, they got a saying. They say she, like, walking around looking like this. You look good, baby girl. Thank you. I'm not gonna repeat that because I don't know if that's me love you. I love you too. Hello. How you doing this morning? See you. Okay, baby. Do you not love me? I love you. I know it sounds crazy, but we gotta protect ourselves. We do. That's exactly what I used to do. This is crazy. And then you read the paragraph that the question was asking. Yo, no, but you went back and answered that. Yeah, he taught me a lot of stuff. He really was a smart man. Like he had the answer for all, and it just rolled off his tongue, and you'll be like, what? And he was always the type of parent that wasn't nothing you could ask him. He'll get mad and be like, Angela, are you crazy? He never said that, Angela. What type of questions is that? He always said it always had to be a long, drawn out, come sit down. He would get his pencil and his pen. It was always one of them. So if you talk to my dad, you'll be talking to him for hours. And I talk to him every single day. If he called me, I was gonna talk to my dad. I talk to my dad every single day, and I ain't give a fuck what nobody said. They'll be like, "Ange, you damn, you still on the phone with your dad?" And is and am because one thing people didn't realize is if nobody was gonna ever be there in my life, he was gonna be there. It is. It was. People try to size people up by the way they look. They do. That's why I'm telling you. When you go out and you plan to do something, act like that you already finna run into some people. You don't know who you finna run into. You don't know, but on the way going down there and get my mail, it's a 99-point chance I'm gonna meet somebody. Angela, don't get distracted. I'm telling you right now. Go down there, tend to that mission. Don't even start up having no conversation with no motherfucking body because they've been waiting on to see you in a state of distraught. Like she's distraught, like what's wrong? Like she look like she's panicking. And a lot of people try to avoid that by rushing. I'm just gonna run out the house like, Speedy Gonzalez. That ain't nowhere to live. Oh, the way to live is to plan out everything, act like you know it's gonna happen, not that you running out trying to duck and dodge like you're scared. No, having in your mind that you gonna see somebody, but you gonna let them know I don't got time. You're 100% right. Thank you. Your frontal lobe has wishes, desires, and goals. Um, that's where you tell yourself what you want to happen in life, what you want to achieve, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. What do you want from your life? That's where your creative part is. Now, the other part of your mind is called the subconscious part of your mind. And the back part is where you form habits at, where you do the rituals at, where you get used of doing regular, degular shit that you do on the everyday norm. If you get up every day, you drink your coffee, you brush your teeth, you make your bed up, whatever things you do in order, that comes from the back of your mind. The things that you learned to do on a day-to-day basis. Put excuse me, put your makeup on, do your hair, shit like that. Like habits. Like it could be good habits, it could be bad habits, but whatever you do on a daily basis, that's where those habits come from. Where potentially potentially inappropriate messages are held for review. Chat messages held for review. I wish they get up out of here with that. Like, hello, Miss. Hey, get back home safe. And people get so much gain with him. If you stop, they got you. Oh, get back home safe. And people got so much gain with him. If you stop, they got you. Yup. Yeah. If you stop, they just waiting on you to stop. They just waiting on you. They just waiting on to get a chance to feed you a sob story or to ask you some shit that they know that you would not answer if you was in your conscious mind. They can see if you would. Sometimes people could see where you're operating from. If you're operating on, if you're on a mission, or you just da 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 da, I'm just going with the wind. I'm just going with the flow. People could look at you and tell what what part of the brain that you're operating on. And I'm telling you, always look like, even if you're not, even if you're scared, even if you're doing something spontaneous, always look like you're operating from the frontal lobe so they know they can come at you sideways. Like, she knows, he knows. Always look like you operate from that. What's what's the topic for tonight, Angel? We talking about the frontal lobe and the conscious and the subconscious mind. We're talking about people frontal lobe being developed, the two parts of the brain. We're talking about how it applies to everyday life. We're making references from my father, and this what he was really trying to instill in me that I didn't get because he's not breaking it down like I'm breaking it down. So I'm breaking it down to you guys, and just in layman's terms. Oh yeah, you got it. Thank you. You got it exactly. Okay. Okay, we caught up with the okay. A lot of times we think, and when we think majority of our lives, who what do y'all think, which part of the brain we're thinking from? Are we thinking from the goals, dreams, or aspirations, the subconscious, or the conscious mind? Somebody put it in the chat. Every day in our habits on a day-to-day basis, which part of the brain do you think we're operating from? The front or the back? Or you're just going to say the front or the back instead of the conscious and the subconscious? Because that sounds like really deep, but that's what it really is. I'm here for it. We're thinking from the conscious mind, and when we're thinking, we're not paying attention. We are not paying attention to what we're doing. We're not looking both ways when we're crossing the street. Our mind is already always going a million. And this is another thing I want to say, a big thing I want to say. It's a lot of people that constantly think, like constantly think. Like it's people minds go like I don't know how many thoughts. I was talking to this girl and she was like, I just can't like shut my brain off, Angela. I have thought after thought after thought after thought after thought, and they just attack my mind. And she was asking me, how do I stop a lot of like bad thoughts and otherwise. So I was telling her how to stop a lot of intrusive thoughts, like bad thoughts, like the thoughts she was saying, like you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough. But back to what I was saying, we think from the conscious mind a lot. A lot of thoughts run through our mind constantly every single day, and it causes us to not pay attention, not being aware, not paying attention to what people are doing, not paying attention what people are saying, not paying attention what people are up to, not paying attention to the dirty looks, not paying attention to them getting in position to do some crazy shit because you're listening to your thoughts. You're inside your head. You have to clear your mind. You have to clear your thoughts, especially today at these times because people are being weird as fuck. People could look at you and tell if your mind is occupied. People could look at you and tell if you're not concentrating on the task that you're doing. People could look and see you're not putting your all into it. You ever been talking to somebody and then you can see that hello, then they be like, damn, my man was somewhere else. You'll be like, I could tell you wasn't all the way here with me. Your man was wondering, she ain't lying. Yeah, people, I'm telling you, I'm really serious. And a lot of this shit, I be scared to come and tell y'all because I'll be like, because I don't want y'all to be like, man, she be telling us some way out shit. Like, is you going way out. But I try to explain it to y'all the best to my knowledge, the way that I think that y'all understand it. If you get what I'm saying. And people hate for no reason. They do. You know why they hate us? Because we're not falling for the tricks. We're not falling for the flippery. We're not falling for the okie dokie. Stay sucker free in the land of lollipops. And people will hate that they can't get over on you. Even if they want to ask you some personal ass questions, even if they want to know what you do for a living, even if they pocket watching your ass and they want to know how the fuck is you eating, how the fuck is she paying her rent, how the fuck is she living good. People want to know how you do it, and they get mad because you won't fall and be rage bait with the fuck shit. Hold on, y'all. All it takes, all it takes for them is one time saying you knocked off your square. All it takes for them to say, damn, she look like she been sleep deprived. Now I can they'll bring out a sheet of paper because they've been wanting to ask you some questions. They'll know what day they could get a lot of information out of you just about watching you. Oh, she ain't on her game today. She looked frazzled today. She just looked like she woke up. She ain't on her. She ain't following none of no rituals today. Yeah, she ain't walking out here looking all perfect today. She ain't curl her hair today. She ain't got no makeup on today because your frontal lobe and your subconscious and your conscious then took over. Fuck your frontal lobe. See, people could tell that in you, and they'll be ready for you to attack when you're not on your A game. Trust and believe they know you. They know you could just get into an argument with your guy. You could be crying. Your face could be red. Your face could be puffy. They be like, "Oh, I got her. She vulnerable today. She emotional today. Oh, baby, come here, talk to me," and cause they ready to get your ass. My mic is off. Y'all can hear me? I did that to people when they talking, saying something I don't want to hear. I zone them out. But listen, don't ever do that because 9 times out of 10, they want you to do that. You could be a lot of people you talk to, they'll be like, I know she ain't gonna want to hear this fuck shit, but she's a nice person. She gonna listen any fucking way. They want to hold up your time. They want to feed you some lies. My whole thing is don't even let their ass walk up on you to tell you no bullshit ass shit. Don't even let them get close enough to you to listen to that fake fraudulent ass shit. Just like the boy cried wolf. Don't even listen to that shit. They know that you gonna zone them out. While you zoning them out, they is scanning your ass. They sizing you up. You shouldn't even let their ass get close enough to you to even be talking, saying nothing to me. I don't even want nobody that don't even walk up on me. Like, please don't. I don't want to hear it. I'm not the one. I want to have that look like trick her. There's no tricking her. There's no fooling her. She's personal. She's mysterious. She's private. You have to be mysterious. You have to be secretive. You have to be private. Shouldn't any and everybody walk up on you and you just have to let them in your personal space to even hear it, to be zoned out? You have to pay attention. They want you not paying attention. They want you in your own mind, listening to your own thoughts. Why even talk to somebody like that if you got to stand there and be in your mind and in your own thoughts? Hell fucking on. We can. Cowards. Love you. I love you too. I'm paying attention. I'm not zoning nobody out. You got to run your life with the creative part of your mind, with your wishes and with your desires. You have no time for low vibrational shit to even come and invade your space. I'm an empath. The reason why I don't talk to a lot of people is because I'm an empath and I feel stuff deeply. So whatever story they telling me, it could potentially break my heart, and I'll walk away with the heaviness on my heart from their story. I don't want to hear it. I don't even watch the news because I want to be able to sleep tonight. I don't want to watch the news and listen to a thousand tragedies, and I'm lying in my bed thinking about the horrific stuff that happened on the news. No, I got to move on with my life. No, I have to have a clean slate. No, I have to go to sleep saying it's some wonderful stuff gonna happen to me tomorrow. I have to wake up out my bed and say, thank you, universe, for the wonderful stuff that's going to happen to me today. I thank you in advance. I don't have time to be listening to nobody's low vibrational ass shit. I don't want to trauma bond on you with you because you're going through a hardship and I'm going through a hardship. No, my mind is percolating. It's working. I'm working on it now. We gotta get this money back to mom, Craig type shit. For real, I don't have time for that. And I got that too. You are gorgeous. Thank you, Jesus. Love you. Jesus loves you also. I've been gangsed out since 2020. Who is that? Paul? What's going on, Paul? Talk about it. Do you see that I'm still following my father's program? I'm my father been dead and gone, been deceased. Do you see how I'm still following my father's program and way of life to this day? Because it was very imperative from the ages of a newborn to about 7. Cut off, I want to say it's about 7. Just like I had my son with me from 0 to 7. He see how I operate. He see the little habits. Everything will be instilled in him already. Won't nobody have can't nobody come and taint his mind and turn him from an empath into a narcissist. It already has been instilled in him and he's 7. I'm an empath, so I taught him to be an empath. I have to I have to share him with no evil people, with no demons, with none of that, and he be confused like which side am I more. I had hands on with my son, so he has been virtually grew raised in a good home with good morals, good values, as being sympathetic, empathetic, being able to listen and try hard. You see what I'm saying? It's been instilled in him already. Salute, lady Angie. What do you? I'm hyper aware. That's facts. Thank you. I don't be worried about nobody. For real, you don't supposed to be worried about nobody. It's not that you're worried about people. It's about sometimes you can listen to somebody's story and actually envision yourself in that spot, in that predicament, in that hardship, in that tragedy, and your heart will bleed for them, and you will get to like take on their burden in a way. It's not that you worried about somebody. That's what being an empath is. You feel stuff deeply. That means if they're telling a story, you feel it and you imagining yourself in that to the point where you start crying. You be like, damn, I thought I had it rough. I thought my life was hard, but after me listening to your story, that's what an empath. A lot of people can't do that. They be like, yeah, 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 I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care. What could you do for me? What do you have for me? What has I'm benefiting from here listening to your sob story? See, it's two people in the world. It's a person that can listen to a story, put their self in your shoes, and feel sympathy for you, empathy for you. And it's another person that's, yeah, 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 I don't have time. What's in it for me? What's the answer? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. How did you dig yourself out that ditch? That's what they looking for, the knowledge. So they can, if they ever find themselves in that predicament, they'll know the answer right off for you. But if you are empath, you don't even be around to listen to how they made it up and through because you can't get past that they actually had to go through that in life. That's why it's two different people in this world. Why? Why what? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm a subscriber, real queen. Praise God. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I got it. I was just speaking, lady. I'm new to your channel. Salutes. I'm gone. Thank you. Come hang with me for a day or two. You're gonna see how lit the YNs are nowadays. Ciao. You took us some YNs. Uh. I ain't finna have me at no damn trap house. Good morning, love. Just sending back love vibes. Thank you. I'm a YN. You went to YNs? No. No. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm learning another way to do things. Pleasant thoughts when you go out. Pleasant thoughts when you wake up. Exactly. 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 You don't go to sleep. Listen, you never go to sleep worried about your problems. Worry about how you're going to pay your bills. Worry about what time you got to go to work. You never operate from a space where you're panicking, you're lacking, you're chasing something, you're after something. You worry, you worry, you worry, you worry. You always have to go to bed knowing. You always have to wake up knowing. You thank the universe in advance. You see how a lot of times when I go outside and I be like, I'm thanking the universe in advance. I'm finna go to this store and I'm make the clerk laugh and she gonna give me her discount. I'm gonna thank you in advance, and it always happen like this. I'm gonna go to these stores and I'm not gonna have no problems with nobody. We ain't gonna get no arguments, no fights. I ain't gonna have a problem. You have to think that way. I always think positive. Never think negative. That's a saying you can relate to. Always think positive. Never think negative because when you think negative, it's going to happen. And you be like, I knew this was gonna happen because you said it. You put it out there. You can speak shit into existence. I keep with you, so they see. So you about that life. Okay. I'm learning. Yeah. You always think positive, sweetheart. We have to think positive. When I learned this way of thinking, listen, when you think from a standpoint of you showing gratitude already, you already have gratitude, you're already thankful, you already got it, you already know it's coming, it's already is in the making. When I was in that shelter for 18 months, I literally begged, cried, please get me out of here. Please, I gotta get out of here. Please, I can't take it. Please, 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 please. Please, God, find it in your heart to help us. Please find it in your God. When I started saying, I thank the universe for giving me that place that I looked at today. That's the one I want. I thank you for in advance that I'm gonna have it. I thank you. It's mine already. I claim it. I see him putting the keys in. I see him calling me. I see him putting the keys in my head. I see us in that apartment. I smell it. I sense it. I taste it. When I start operating from a place that I already know I'm gonna get it, just like when I bought my car, I made a live when I was on my way to pick up the car I was driving. I will never forget it. It's on my live. And I was about 20 minutes from the car lot. And I swear to God, a lady was pulling out the detailing place. I never forget it. She was pulling out the detailing place. I said, that's my car right there. I said, that is my car right there. I know that's my car. I was in front of her though. When I saw her pull out the detail place, they was still wiping the car off. And I was in the mirror. I was on live and I said, I swear to God, that's my car. That is my car. That's my car. I pulled up to the lot. They say the lady just took it to the detail place. I say, I saw her. I know. She pulled dead right up. I say, was you right up there at the detailing? She said, yeah, that's me. I knew it was my car. I knew it. We went in there and she looked at me. You know, it take a long time for you to buy a car. You been in the damn car lot all fucking day. That lady, we did it. I got the keys. When I pulled back up, them people was like, that's a real sophisticated car you got, Angela. Da 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 da. Everybody at the shelter was hating. I think I bought the car like June 6th. I moved out the shelter June 16th. But when I said, now that I got my apartment, I thank you for this car because I want to show these people that they didn't stop me. I left out of here hitting every bulletproof that I can. Got my associates. They was mad because I had got a double associates. I already had graduated from college while I was in there. I got another degree. Bam. I did have a student loan in my name. That's why I think they didn't help me get an apartment, but I paid that off. Bam. Fixed my credit up. Bam. And then turned around and bought me a new car because the truck I had, they kept lying, telling me, we're going to fix the car. Go back up there and tell them to put $2,500 on there. Exactly. None. They sent me up there to the damn, what was it? Jiffy Lube or some place because they said that they was gonna pay them for the repairs, but they kept sending me up there. I said, I'm not going back up there no 7 times. The man that put everything on there down that that totaled up to $2,500. I said, y'all really don't want to fix my truck. Y'all really don't want to fix my truck. It's okay though. I say thank y'all. I say look. I say thank y'all for making me trying to make me look crazy. Steady going to this mechanic. He must think I'm bad shit crazy, a lunatic. Steady running up here because y'all said it. I say thank you, universe, for my new car. Got that car, drove back, and do you know everybody was out there walking around looking at it. They actually called the moms that lived in there. Angie bought her new car. All the new moms pull up looking at my car. Look, one mom the next day went to go buy her a car. The other mom the next day. It don't matter to me because I'm finna get the fuck out of here. Y'all can copy what cut, copy, and paste all y'all want. I did this to show them that they was lying about getting my car fixed, and they was trying to hurt me on purpose. I don't know about I don't know about life. What? It's power of the tongue. Exactly. It's power of the tongue. Yeah. Hey love, hey. Let me put my damn glasses on my child. Positive thoughts bring on positive actions. Negative thoughts bring on negative actions. Exactly. I'm gonna speak it to existence. We're gonna have dinner and drinks one day. Okay, Paul. Listen to me. Those who are not thankful for a little will not be thankful for a lot. Exactly. You always supposed to operate in a place of gratitude. You always got to. Gratitude is that saying that you're thankful for what's going to come because it's going to happen. God will sit you down and prepare you to do his big one. He wants you to sit down and he wants you to listen because he don't want you to fumble the ball. He might he might finna let you hit the lottery big. He don't want you to win all the millions and you be broke in 2 years. He wants you when he God usually sits you down and you go through that isolation stage. It's really something finna happen. He finna make space. He finna everybody that was in your life that didn't need to be in your life, they finna disperse. They just finna fall, flat, fall, 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 like some flies. If you don't show gratitude for the little stuff, that means you don't deserve nothing big. He ain't finna get ready to do nothing big for you. But when he sits you down, that means he can talk to you. You can hear his voice clearly. God is closer to the brokenhearted. If you brokenhearted and you hurt and you going through something rough and your back all the way up against the wall, that's when he really no, this is tea. Don't do that. This is peppermint tea. I don't drink. It's tea. Damn yak. You Can you say we love you? Who is that? You're a beautiful lady with a beautiful life and a beautiful testimony. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe right now. That's what we just got to learn from each other. Each one teach one. A lot of stuff. Um, a lot of stuff. I'm trying to like come out my shell because a lot of my life people just saw how I was and how I did stuff and they hated me because I never talked to them. I never told them the reason why I'm doing it, the reason how I got to the point, how I figured out stuff. So a lot of times when I started this page and my page started growing, I said, fuck it, let me drop some gems. Let me just spread some knowledge and, stop gatekeeping all the time because I know that I'm a healer and I can help a lot of people that just don't know, just lost. And a lot of people really did ask me, like, Angela, how did you do this? Angela, how did you do that? And a lot of people would start charging, charging for shit like that I be saying. But I feel like that I was here on earth. This is what I was put on earth to do. I was here to put on earth to help people. Even though I done went through a lot of stuff, like you said, that's my testimony. And like I said, a lot of people, when you're in a loss situation, people will take advantage of you. They will try to exploit you. They will see a come up in you. They will trick you out of leaving that situation, coming to coming to stay with them, sleeping on their house, so you'll be from house to couch to couch. And then once they see you somewhere stable, they'll be like, "Nah, girl, come over here with me. We can," and they really exploiting you, and it's really gonna go left, and you're gonna find yourself wishing that you stayed where you was and sat down. When God sits you down and he isolates you, he finna do his big one. He just want all the outside noise to cease. He wants you to listen to him and listen to only him. But if you court somebody and you get tired and you be like, girl, I don't want to stay at this shelter, girl, cause can I come sleep on your couch? She be like, yeah, girl. She really don't want you to come sleep on her couch. She don't want you and them kids at her house. So she gonna make up some excuse for y'all to get into it and throw you back out, and you gonna be in a worse predicament than you was. Or you gonna see somebody on social media and they gonna be like, "Girl, I get you a Motel 6 room after that, but then we gonna have to dry bag and all that weird shit." That's why when I was in I stayed to myself. I ain't talk to nobody. I rarely even like film because I ain't want nobody to know. And then they'll be like, Angela, you putting other moms at risk. You have to get out because, just weird shit. I sat down and I did what I had to do when I was in there. You see what I'm saying? I saved my money. I utilized the resources they had, they food, they clothes, and saved all that fucking money because I knew that I was going to be here one day. I was going to get to this point one day and I was going to need that bread. I know I was going to need my credit. I know I was going to need a job. I knew I was going to need this and this and this and this. I wasn't going, you can't hold a good person down. Y'all remember this if y'all ever going through something in life. You cannot hold a good person down, not for too long. Trouble don't last always. They stuck on how pretty you are. Mm-mm. Haters had to buy a new car too. Listen, it was that I'm gonna tell you the situation with that. I only bought a car because they were lying, saying that they was gonna get my car fixed. And I knew that I was moving to the suburbs and I didn't want to be in the process of moving out here and my motherfucking truck break down on the highway and me and my child would have been stranded. So since they didn't get it fixed, I went on and bought me a new car. Like, fuck it, I needed, I deserve it. They were doing it to the other moms because, for one, they were withholding resources. So they were showing me like so it was like supposed to be a slap in my face, but really they were withholding resources from me. If they were gonna give me $2,500, they gave that to them double. You know what I'm saying? It probably was like 4,000 or something and gave it to them to go put them down. But it was supposed to be like a slap in my face. You see what I'm saying? And it was another thing showing me that they didn't want the other moms to feel bad that I bought me a new car. Like, here go y'all, the little money that we was lying and withholding from Angela. Here, y'all take that little bread and go and put that on y'all car too, like weird shit, dumb shit. But instead of y'all finding them somewhere to stay because I had my keys. I knew I was getting up out of there. Where they going though? Why you ain't get them that money to put down on the house? It's my question. That was my thing about it is you gave them money to go get a new car to be in competition with somebody life already planned out. When I go here, I'm going to my shit. That's what the fuck y'all is teaching. They was teaching the women to actually be in secret competition with somebody that's in the same boat. And the crazy part about it is y'all was setting them up for the okie doke instead of giving them that money for a fucking security deposit and first and last month's rent. Because you're going to have to have security in first and last month's rent to move an apartment. Y'all telling them to go buy a car. Like, hello, like the shit it was, but y'all teaching them how to do wrong. Just do wrong because you trying to outdo somebody and keep up with the Joneses. Like, the shit is weird to me. Angela bought her a new car, so we gonna take money out the budget. That's why they ass got closed down. That's why that motherfucker got closed the fuck down, and I don't blame them because the stuff they were doing just to, slap me in the face. Period. Thank you. Powerful minded lady. If you hit the lottery, yeah, for wanting to say thank you, Lord. I'm humble to God. Yeah, I don't gamble. I don't gamble. They'll put me out the fucking casino. I'm not even gonna cap to you. I don't gamble. I want my money back. I start kicking that machine, trying to stick my little arm in there, and then they be like, "Ma'am, you got to go ban her." Fuck it, I'll ban myself from the casino. Let me ban myself because I'm a sore loser. I don't have time. And another thing that I know about gambling, the house is always gonna win. The house is gonna win. You're gonna lose. They gonna give you a little bit because you just can't strictly just be losing, losing, losing. But that little bit you win, you just really winning your money back. The house is always gonna win. I do not gamble. I play this thing called life. That's the biggest game that I ever want to play in my life toward in times of gambling life. And I got the cheat code. So I ain't got to watch nobody and watch them feed their money for 3 and 4 hours and hope that when they get up, I'll be right there to get their chair to put my money in and hope that I ain't got time to be hoping. All that. What's up? I'm gonna want my money back for sure for real. I'll be up in there sticking my hand, feeding the machine. Give me my money back. No, but it's one game. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so smart that it's this one game at the casino. I will tell. a mud hole out somebody's ass, and I will never tell them. I took my friend. I went with my friend one time, and we was at the table playing, and I had gave like the whole while we was going to the casino, and I was telling them how to play, and then I made them repeat to me, and I was like, "You got it, you got it. I'm gonna go sit on this side of the table. You gonna get put," because my daddy was like a genius. Like he knew every fucking game it was like. Any game, any you can go to the circus with that man. You can go to a carnival with that man. Any game, he already knew what was the logistics of the game, how to play it. Any card game, he knew how to play it, and I'm telling you, he was cold. I'm gonna want money back for sure. Yeah, I'm a sore loser. I don't gamble. I don't have to. Mhm. The house is always gonna win. Period. You're not. So I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. If y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe and turn y'all post notifications on. That way y'all don't get notified when I'm making a video. I got some work to do tomorrow. I got some work to do tomorrow. Yeah, but I should be able to come on. I want to say if I don't come on tomorrow, I'll see you guys Tuesday night. Yeah, cause I got so much stuff going on. Like I got so much stuff going on. Like, can I have a sip of that mint tea? Fucking pussy. Come on, lady. Mm. Yeah, if I don't see y'all tomorrow, that means I had a lot of stuff to do. I do. I really do got a lot of stuff to do. Um, if I don't see y'all, I'll see y'all Tuesday for sure. If I don't come on tomorrow, I'll see y'all for sure Tuesday. I'm trying to think. I think yeah, I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow. So handle your business and stay blessed. Thank you, Mama. You welcome. If y'all haven't subscribe. You gotta turn your post notifications on for YouTube in entirety to get, notified when I make a new video. They got this YouTube got this thing called hype my video up. So all y'all just talk in the chat. Just press the button to hype my shit up. Just hype it up. It just pushes my shit out to you know what I'm saying, like a broader audience. Cause I'm trying to put Chicago on the map for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like put Chicago on the map. But always remember to do rights and kill everything. Assassinate that shit, annihilate that shit, blow it up.